This is Colin Dijs from Dijs University, and together with Volume, I will present you this masterclass today. I'm going to show you how to optimize affiliate marketing campaigns for instant profits. So as you know, optimization is a big part of the affiliate marketing media buying process. Whether you run ads on Facebook, push or native or any other traffic source, the optimization game is basically where you take your campaigns into the next stage, into those profitable placements, basically where you can make money. And obviously we don't run these campaigns for the hell of it. We are focused on profit, on making money. And it's quite an easy process, all the optimization steps, if you know what you're doing. And if you don't, or you just want to learn more, then you are in the right place. So this will not be just a slow presentation. I will actually show you live half of this masterclass in the actual tool I use, how to push all the settings, what you need to look for, and obviously my applicable theories. So if you don't know me, my name is Colin Dijs. I am a affiliate marketer from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. I've been around in the affiliate marketing industry, as you can see, for a while. While we mainly focus on teaching affiliate marketing through our several communities, programs, obviously we also like to media buy ourselves because of the good conversion. So you can see anywhere from 100,000 to 10,000 per year, all kinds of different networks, different conversions. So we specialize in Facebook, native. We do a lot of push, so those are the main sources we focus on. I've been doing this for around 3 years, built an entire team around it. We have an education platform which is called Dijs University. We have a big forum with their separate courses called Dijs University Forum. And we recently started a landing page tool, which is basically a drag and drop builder called Landerize. We have several YouTube channels, combined over 30,000 subscribers, and a nice Facebook group with almost 12,000 members. And obviously I own multiple performance marketing companies, all related to the affiliate CPA marketing space. So that is enough about me. Obviously, this will be very interesting. There will be a lot of information, so it will help you a lot. And of course, I have a little gift for you. So if you stay until the end of this masterclass, I will give you a secret bundle optimization package. Basically, what you need to get started, deep dive into your optimization of your campaigns, which after this masterclass you will learn and get some extras. So back to the start, right? How to optimize your affiliate marketing campaigns for instant profits. This masterclass is for the level beginner advanced. We will not dive into expert level optimization, as probably most of you watching this just want to know the basics, how it works, how to get started. And in order to know that, we'll first have a look at the media buying process. Very simple. We spend 10 cents on ads and we earn 20 cents. So what do? We have a profit margin of 100%. So if you spend $100, revenue of $200, $100 profit. With paid traffic, you basically control your revenue growth. So you just spend more and earn more. Quite basic, right? You get the point. However, this masterclass focuses on the second media buying step. So the 3 media buying steps are testing, optimizing, scaling. And here we focus on the optimization of campaigns. I will dive into a little bit of testing, just so everything is clear for you, you understand everything. Because the example I just showed you would be the ideal scenario, right? It is never 100% ROI stable from $10 in ad spend to 10 million in ad spend, right? It fluctuates. Why does it fluctuate? I will show you. So the testing is quite simple, right? We have a campaign with 3 images and 3 headlines per image, which basically gives you 45 different variations. And the variations are very important because with the testing, it basically comes down to looking what will work or appeal to your desired audience. Whether you target those on interests on Facebook or keywords on search, or perhaps broad category targeting on native, right? What appeals to the specific audience you would have to test. And with 45 different variations, with only 3 ads and 3 headlines, that will be quite complicated. If you go for 100 images and 100 ad lines. You will have so many different ads, it will be hard for you to do all the labor manually. Going through the optimization process, first it comes down to testing. You can push to lender 1 or you can push to lender 2, right? Which one has the highest conversion rate? Obviously that's what we're going for. Then you have a complete overview. You see in Volume what is profitable and what is not profitable. We turn off what is not profitable and we scale what is profitable, and that's how we make money. Meanwhile, we optimize things, our ad click-through rate, landing page click-through rate, and we rotate offers for the best conversion rate. All right, here comes the good stuff, right? What you've been waiting for. So if I went too quick, you can always watch this masterclass back at a later stage. Optimization, my favorite part, the most difficult part, the most interesting part of the media buying process. We're back with this image. So you can see if we have 3 variations of images and 3 variations of headlines, we are totaled with 45 different variations. 3 times 3 is 9, times 5 is 45, right? So if you would do 10 times 10 is 100, times 5 would be a hell of a lot of data, let's just say that, right? You can change these variables however you like. More images, less images, more headlines, less headlines, more descriptions, less descriptions, more targeting, less targeting, right? All you know is that the testing is really important. However, to turn on and off what doesn't work and does work is obviously relative to the amount you want to spend and the amount you want to make. Not to make it more complicated, I have a little list for you here with headlines. Most of them are very similar. These are headlines, some with the same headline, different image, and some with the unique headline. And you can see quite a bit of performance based on the ICTR, image click-through rate, also known as the ad click-through rate on native, right? So we have going from 0.23% at the bottom all the way to 0.36 at the top. So what does this tell us? A $10 CPM gives us 10,000 impressions. With a 5% click-through rate, we'll have 500 clicks. Then it will cost us $100, $10 CPM times 10, because we don't want 1,000 impressions, we want 10,000, which will give us an end cost per click of 20 cents. If we have a 50% landing page click-through rate with a 5% conversion, the cost per view will be 40 cents. So the overall traffic, because half of the traffic drops off, so the cost per click goes times 2, 40 US dollars in cents. The cost per conversion is $8 and the conversion value is $20. So we subtract that $8, the cost minus the revenue, gives us a profit of $12. Pretty clear, right? Our basic metrics in media buying all presented in one overview. However, when we optimize, let me show you the difference. We optimize the ad click-through rate. So now, instead of working with a 5% click-through rate, we work with a 7% click-through rate, which means we don't get 500 clicks, as in this example, we get 700 clicks, which means we get more clicks for the same amount of spend. It is a 2% ad CTR difference. So now, instead of having a 20-cent cost per click, we have a 14 cents cost per click, which means that here, the cost per view is not 40 cents, it is 28 cents, which brings down the cost per conversion from $8 to $5.7. And you can already understand what will happen with the profit. It goes up from $12 to $14.3, which means with a change of 2% in the ad CTR, we gain $2.3 extra per conversion, which might not sound like a lot, but it's very important. This is only based on optimization of the ad. Then you have the landing page with all its different variables, and then you have obviously the offers. The source of the traffic. There is an insane amount of variables to optimize on, like time of day, image, headline, description, icons, Then we go to the lander, different styles of landing pages, different headlines, different copy, different flows, from a quiz to an advertorial, different style of offers. So there are so many metrics to optimize on. You already know that media buying on affiliate CPA campaigns is going to be quite a time-consuming process. So without optimization, we have a $12 profit. With optimization, we have a $14.3 profit, which the 2.3% difference, or 19.1%, which $2.3, like I said, might not sound as much, but when you look at it as a percentage, which is 19.1, it will become significant, because 19.1% over 1 million in ad spend is a added 191,000, big number, 191,000 US dollars extra profit. So you can imagine, by changing these metrics only 2% on the ad, it can have a tremendous result. And that's why I'm saying all these variables, all these time-consuming variables to test are so important if you want to get the most out of your campaigns. And we all know the affiliates who just run rip and runs, right? Download from a spy tool, put it online, but what do you really have? Nothing much, right? They make maybe some little profit, but that's it. The true power in media buying is understanding the coherent flow. Ad flows to lander, flows to offer, you get conversions. However, that is the point where it begins. That is the point where you're basically ready to do what you are required to do as a media buyer, is putting your skills to the test while optimizing the campaign. You can bring it all the way from 15% ROI to 100% ROI, scale and bring it down to 40% ROI and still make good money, right? The optimization steps you can take is obviously for the ads, the headlines, the copy, the call to action, the images. For the lander, some examples: the headlines, the copy, the call to action, images, videos, and obviously rotating the offer. This is everything even on the front end of your flow. As you can see, for a campaign, you can have a tremendous amount of creatives. This was a campaign with 48 creatives, and I'm showing you 15 here. However, you can keep on adding and testing creatives, which makes it quite difficult for you to keep up manually. So the question really is, why not optimize automatically? Save time, increase performance. So I'm going to show you exactly what I like to do, how it works, because obviously I was invited as a big affiliate to test Volume's new feature, and it's included in all the Volume plans for free, so you can test it for limited time to see if you like it. My main issue with optimizing based on networks is that they have very limited features. You can optimize on CPA usually, right? CPA goals, and sometimes not even that. Or you can optimize on spend, but how reliable is the spend only with no other metrics considered, right? Very, very important aspects. I want a tool, and I told Volume, listen to me, because obviously I speak for a yearly amount of over 10,000 students. I want a tool which can optimize things for me accordingly, automated on preset terms I create. And Volume listened, and here it is. Let's have a look. So I am logged into Volume right now. This is the Volume tracker, and we're going to have a look at the new Automizer. So the Automizer is a tool which helps you automatically optimize your campaigns on a wide variety of preset rules not available anywhere else. Basically an extended feature of the basic optimization based on rules. And let's have a look at what this campaign actually provides you in terms of extension to your campaign based on this tool. So you can have optimization rules, right? So the Automizer is free right now for a limited time only for all the Volume users. You can play around with it, you can use it on your campaigns. Obviously a great optimization tool. Well, here are some examples of the optimization rules, and you know that most of the platforms like ZeroPark, for example, Propeller Ads, they have built-in preset rules. But these preset rules are usually very, very limited based on either clicks or CPA. But what if I want to combine rules? What if I want to more add more variables to my testing in order to get to profitability faster by having faster optimization based on the criteria I know works. So for instance, there is a rule which says action to do, pause the placement, conditions, cost are more than $5, conversions is less than 1, or get an email if the visits are more than 500 and the conversions is less than 1, or put a marker on this placement if the conditions of the ROI exceed 10%. Well, that's all cool, but I like to use my own rules. And before we go to the actual rules, I want to show you the Automizer traffic sources available. So apart from ZeroPark, there is already a wide variety of different integrations available, and lately I've seen that there are added 2 to 3 per week, so it actually goes quite fast. One of my favorites, ExoClick at the top, MGID, Taboola, Outbrain, Ref Content, basically the biggest native ads providers. Then we have Google Ads, obviously very important, and Facebook Ads. So with Facebook Ads, previously I used a plugin which basically added the cost into the tracker, custom built, and there's now no need to develop that anymore, use that anymore, because the Automizer allows you to pull the cost from Facebook into Voluum, which basically is the only integration right now, except from perhaps some private tools, which offers that, which obviously is great. It has a native built-in with ZeroPark, and then AdsTerra, Propeller Ads are also available. Well, obviously these integrations are all pre-set up. You can see what you can do, not only for MGID the cost, but also the widgets, pause them. For Facebook the cost, for Google Ads the cost, and each of these different integrations has their own explainer, how to add them, how to set it all up. Then you get a base limit of 5,000. You can upgrade your limit, I think, to 25,000, 50,000 and beyond. But the most important thing, let's have a look at the optimization rules. So the optimization rules that basically the machine, the Automizer, works on is in 4 easy steps. Step 1, select your campaign, offer or dimension. And there are 3 different choices here, which we'll elaborate on in a second. Choose an action, set a condition, configure time settings. All right, rule name 1. Well, just type rule 1. Okay, create the rule 4. The entire campaign, I don't use this at all. For the offer, not really. I always use dimension because I want to optimize based on the variables. Select a traffic source and then the dimension you want to optimize on. Oh, well, let's do ZeroPark for the example. I want to optimize based on the target, which is basically the zone, right? The placement, the widget for native. Select the campaign you want to use. Well, let's just select a random one. And then what do we want to do? So I'm going to set a rule to optimize based on the target. And this is for a casino minigame, right? Single opt-in in Belgium. So I don't want to put a marker because I basically track everything myself. I don't have millions of different placements, right? Maybe this campaign will have up to 500 different placements, so I can manage that myself. No need for markers. I can pause or resume. I want to pause. Pause based on the conditions I'm going to put in myself. With low payouts, I use my own method, which is called Colin Dijs 3-day rule. There's a video on YouTube about it, which basically means for low payout offers like sweepstakes, dating single opt-in, adult single opt-in, casino single opt-in, anything that would generally pay below $15 payout, we spend 3 times the CPA, 3 times the payout per day for 3 days. If we have more than 9 conversions, we scale it. If we have less than 9 conversions, we kill it. If it has 9 conversions, we keep it stable because it's break even, right? We do this per placement, right? So if you have 500 placements, it will drain some of your budget. However, if the payout is $1, obviously it would be $1,500 a day times 3 days. But usually, if you have a white list, it would be 50 or 100 targets in one campaign, and then it's not a big deal. So we say conversions is lower or equals 9. Time frame, let's do 6 then. 48 hours. Frequency, check every hour. That's okay. That's okay. Preferably, I would do it on 72 hours, but that's not an option right now available. All right, so this is a rule I would use for a small campaign. However, let's say we do a big campaign, right? We do, let's say, a campaign on ad cash, right? So an ad cash campaign would be using native. Oh, I selected 2, only 1. And we're going to do by zone ID. And we say pause. And this regard I'm going to do on, well, you can do it on conversions, or you can do it on all these different metrics. And that's what I spoke about before, right? Visits, clicks, conversions, cost, revenue, profit, impressions, errors, ROI, conversion rate, conversion value, CTR, click-through rate, cost per view, eCPA, eCPM, ICTR, RPM, EPV, EPC. So all these different variables where if you use perhaps AdCash itself or ZeroPark itself, you only have usually visit, clicks, conversions, maybe even less, maybe a little bit more. But here you have a huge amount of different choices combined with all these choices and the opportunity to optimize on any of these parameters, the dimensions, which obviously make this a very useful tool. It will increase your efficiency dramatically. All right, let's take another example, yeah? So on native, I would say on native we usually spend 1.5 times CPA. So that's filtered on cost, is higher or equals. So let's say the payout is $100 for this offer. I put $150. So if the cost is equal to 1.5 times CPA, which is $150 on a payout of 100, then pause this because obviously we don't want to spend too much. If it has revenue, so you can also say based on revenue. So if revenue is lower than 150 per 24 hours, so every day it has to make at least 1.5 conversions, right? So you would probably then not do, if it's at the fixed payout, right, not the variable payout, you would either do 100 or 200. I would then, with my kind of budgets, do 200 per 24 hours and check, wow, maybe every 2 hours, every 4 hours. Doesn't have to be checked every hour. You can even check every 30 minutes, but I think it's a little overkill with such a high payout, right? You'd rather do that with low payouts. So if the revenue is lower than this, then do this, right? So basically, on all the different rules you're able to set, on offer, on campaign, on dimensions, and it depends on the source. So let's say propeller ads. You have all the different parameters that are being passed on to volume, which you basically can optimize on. So this tool allows you to work from only one dashboard if the specific integration is set up that way. You can basically add all kinds of different actions to be able to match these rules, combine these rules, override these rules, and basically do, I would say, 70 to 80% of your optimization automatically if you have predetermined rules, right? And those predetermined rules are very important because you have to enter them yourself. All right, let's look at these markers, right? So what is nice to know, let's do an example again. Let's do zone ID, select a campaign. I have many different propeller ads ones. Well, let's do a different one. Let's do ZeroPark again. Let's do Target. Let's do this one. So this is a campaign in Peru for Candy Casino. And we say, well, we can do flames. I like flames or this bag. I don't generally use this. I just want to show you because it will show with icons in your tracker. And I think I can see if it's profitable or not, right? But if the ROI is higher than 100%, put a flame to it in the last 24 hours, and it's only checked every 4 hours, right? So there's no urgency. But if the ROI is hot, it's a hot placement. You can put a money back placement. But you can also say if ROI is lower than 1%, right? Put a stop marker or put a down marker, up marker, so you can see day to day what is trending, what is not, right? These markers are quite funny that way, not really generally my thing, right? All right, so you can say for this, yeah, pause if ROI is, well, it's lower than 1%, right? Then, well, usually we'll get that pretty quick. Let's do something else. Let's do a pause if profit is lower than, let's say $100 payout, we would say 150, right? After time frame, let's do 48 hours, and we can do 8 hours, yeah? But I also want to mark it with a stop sign, right? So that's the way you can combine things. However, let's do resume. Resume is something I like to do manually, personally, just because it makes more sense for me to adjust these things once I see that the Automizer has paused it by itself. However, I think it's still usable if you're super lazy. Well, I'm a super lazy person, so I love all the Automizer settings. I would generally do the resume myself, because usually click, 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 and then it's done, right? So you can set all these pre-base rules. It's 4 steps, very simple. It's obviously a great tool to use. So you press save, and then the new rule is in here. You can add 50 rules maximum. So you can basically do all your presets in order that you will never spend a penny too much, maximize your ROI, and have it done all automatically based on your preset rules. Alright guys, I hope you learned something about optimization, the tools that make your life so much more easy. Have fun creating campaigns. Let's grow your business. Thank you so much for being here on this masterclass. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I will see you guys next time.